Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that.
What's going on, guys? Another video today. This one's by Chills this time. I think a couple of videos only on Chills. Bring that down. Okay. This is 11 videos that you will regret watching. Now, I want to see if I regret watching this. I don't know if, see, one thing about me, I don't get scared that much by videos. Maybe just a little, chills or whatever, that's what happens. It's your body reacting. But I normally don't get scared off of stuff. Like, I like scary stuff, man. I love learning about some scary shit. Like, I made stories, I learned stories and told stories. Sorry, had to come out one way. I told stories to my cousin and nephews all the time, like scary stories, and it's fun. It's fun. So I don't get really scared off of it. I admit I've been in one situation where I was scared from something really scary a long time ago. But anyways, let's get into the video. I ain't gonna sit here and talk about that shit. It's gonna take forever. So let's do it.
Answering curses to a man's final moments on Earth. These are the videos that you will regret watching for a long time after. Number 11. These friends are staying at a hotel when they see flashing lights coming from the bathroom mirror and hear rumbling noises on the other side. It sounds like a classic haunted hotel setting at first, but when they take the bathroom mirror and flip it around, they see two holes that look to me like someone was spying on them.
Scratches here and here that you can see directly through the mirror. Directly through.
But this situation gets way more intense than just a peephole. Much to their surprise and horror, there was also a rectangular hole cut into the wall leading directly into the next room over. Whoever cut this hole could literally climb through the wall anytime they wanted to, day or night. They could silently watch the group in the mirror to know when they were leaving, then climb through to mess with their stuff. Or worse still, they would know when you were about to go to bed and could enter while they were all asleep to do who knows what. I don't know how any of this ended, but I do know their lives could have been at risk if they didn't discover this in time. I think this situation is real, because I don't think they would destroy a hotel wall just to make a video.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully they called the police and
That's all. Alright, that's a wrong.
caught whoever.
Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't think they destroyed it either. And you know how much money they're gonna have to pay to get it redone and everything? And it's just not worth the money. Lesson on this one is check everything in the hotel rooms. Don't go in there and just, relax, do your thing. First thing you should do is check everything. I don't know if you've seen this thing on video, it's like a little thing you put in your eye, on your eye and shit. And it lights up and it finds hidden cameras. You get that too. Not yet. We get that too. That's my buddy Ty. I don't know if you guys seen that pop up or not, but it's a text message. But yeah, it shows cameras, hidden cameras and little tiny things, whatever. Get that, and also check everything. Check the mirrors like that, beds, closets, every corner of the room. Apparently, it's never too safe now, man. Never.
Their privacy. Number 10. Some people like their onion rings extra crispy, but not when the added crunch is because of this.
And I got some nice roaches in my onion rings here.
They are so small that they kind of almost blend in until you see the tiny shriveled up legs. But I mean, if you were eating this meal straight out of the bag and concentrating on the road, you might not even notice them at all. Again, this
Sue.
is one of those videos
Sue.
that I regret coming across because I realized how easily it could have happened to anyone watching. As awful as it sounds, I doubt this customer was the only person who got served a big batch of fried bugs that day. Number 9.
Sue.
This video is of what appears to be a parent filming their child looking into a mirror. Everything initially seems like a normal clip, but things soon take a dark turn as the child turns to look at the parent, but his reflection does not follow. If you look closely, the boy's eyes in the reflection are now pure black momentarily, followed by bizarre head movements until the reflection once again matches the boy. This
Hell
either
no.
has to be paranormal or elaborate editing. I'm leaning more towards
That
the
better be editing, 'cause
paranormal
that's
due
creepy.
to the sporadic head movements of the reflection, because it appears too fluid to be edited. Either way,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
pretty
awesome.
confident you will regret having to look into a mirror after seeing this video. Number 8. Two friends returned.
The parent, I think the parent reacted because there was no sound to that video, but the way the parent had the camera, right when it happened, he went, "Oh shit," that type of movement. So it might be real. I hope not. That's creepy. Like it's one that's adult, but when it's a kid, a baby, that's creepy. Yeah, that's just creepy.
Spot in the woods where they think someone could be living. Yesterday they were playing tag in this small clearing, and it looks like somebody was close to them the entire time.
Yo, how many of y'all play tag? I love playing tag when I was a kid. I still do with my nephews and cousins because, you know, they still like it and they want to play. And it's not really fair because I can jump over shit and, you know, I have longer legs. I can actually run. Believe it or not. But tag was fun. And we used to play differently, though. We used to play with a ball, like a dodgeball and stuff. And besides tagging someone, we hit them with a dodgeball. That makes the game harder. Because if you have no aim and you can't hit, it's going to be a while until you catch somebody. That's fun. I don't know if y'all have any other twist on it, but that's mine.
Smell of random trash leads them to a morbid discovery that they now truly regret seeing.
Dude, the hand is messed up, dude.
Nailed to the tree is an old doll with black and purple clothes and white hair over its face, which you never get to see. Still, the doll gives off such a strange feeling that they refuse to touch it with their bare hands, probing it with a stick instead. One of them hangs back, but the other needs to see what's under the long white hair. He pushes the filthy doll hair aside. The doll's face fills him with regret, and he is too stunned to worry about the camera, but his reaction really says it all.
Oh my god.
Later, he says that the doll's face was completely burnt, aside from driving a nail through its middle. The doll's fingers look to have either been chopped or chewed off one by one as well. Whether this was a group of kids or a traveling wanderer, whoever rips apart dolls for fun is definitely not the type of person you want roaming around a minute from your backyard. And on top of that, I'm not even sure if this doll is safe to show, because it could very well have been cursed. Number 7. This station in New York is so rough that even the rodents will take advantage if they catch you sleeping. This guy is zoning out when the 2-pound rat leaps onto his knee
2 pounds.
and sniffs its way up his lap. I don't know if he has some gum or what, but it definitely takes an interest in his right pocket. It can't figure out how to get inside, so it leaps off his leg after a while and runs away. Having a rat crawl all over you while you sleep is gross enough, but then you also have to consider.
Alright, I'm going to tell you a story about what happened to me and a rat. Alright, I was up in Georgia. You know I was up in Georgia. I made videos up there. I was staying up there with my family and shit. See, we were living in a mountain and there was mountain rats. Not city rats like that are different. But we had mountain rats. They're same size pretty much. You know, nothing really different size. I think a little more clean than that. But we had known there was one in the house and we couldn't never catch it because it was fast and it was kind of smart. Like, it knowing where to hide. You know, we had the pit bull, you know. I don't know, I thought I heard something. But we had a pit bull, you know, it's a pretty good dog. I love that dog. And usually you can hear him running around at night, like chasing it, trying to get it, but it was just too quick. Well, one night I was sleeping, I had my arm out like him, sort of like that. Yeah, kind of. Alright, so I had out, my arm was over here like that, and there was the rat. There was a staircase that was right next to me, and my arm was laying on the staircase because the couch was pretty much like flush with the staircase, so my arm just went, you know, laid on it, you know, whatever it is. And yeah, and I was fast asleep, you know, I was sleeping really well, and all I felt was a little sting on my arm, and right when I woke up there was a rat. It bit me and took off, and I was mad. And the dog like seen that shit, and we were after it. We found it. We trapped it in the corner, and I ain't gonna say what happened and what I did because YouTube will block me for it. But I dispatched it. Okay, it went off its merry way.
Possibility of contamination. If this rat is infected, all he has to do is touch somewhere on his pants, where its feet were, and then touch his nose or mouth to get it himself. Number 6. A YouTuber named Dark Corners is exploring the deep web when he comes across a video that he instantly regrets watching due to a possible curse. A nauseating noise forces him to take off his headphones, and even though it's in a different language, he still knows that he has witnessed something he was never meant to see.
Yeah, I would take my headphones off too.
If you are able to read Japanese, please translate the text into English so we can all better understand. I just wanted to add that this long beep is exactly the same noise that hospital equipment makes when you flatline, which leads me to think that this text could be talking about ending your very life. Let me know if you think my suspicions are correct, or if I...
Yeah, don't do dark webs no more. Don't. It's not a good place. I think they blocked it. I'm not too sure. Like, I remember hearing no one can go on it no more. Like, they blocked the website fully off. I don't know. It's not, dark web's not a good place at all. There's a lot of weird stuff on there that we shouldn't look at.
Way off with this assumption. Number 5, fair warning. This video is said to be cursed, so I am in no way responsible for what happens to you as a result of watching it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
They are recording nothing in particular when a horrifying monstrosity rushes out of the pitch black backyard and straight towards the camera. I hope this video isn't real, but if it is, then it doesn't look like the person had much of a chance. Hopefully you won't befall the same fate for watching. Number 4.
See, one thing about that video though, it's hard to see because their camera is shit. It's bad. But it could be also just like a skinny kid, you know, like playing a joke on them, wearing a mask or something, and just have like a jumpsuit, like a skinny jumpsuit. And you know, it's could be fake. Yeah, could be. At the same time, it could be real. You can't tell because the camera is so bad. Always.
You're probably asking yourself what could possibly be scary about ice. Well, it's not so much about ice itself, but rather what's growing around the area that forms the cubes and pushes them out. A thick layer of yellow filth has taken over this restaurant ice machine, which is somehow still in service and making ice for customers.
No.
I'm not even sure what this specific part of the machine is used for, but I know I regret watching it. The yellow substance has crusted into black mold along the corners.
No.
Again, I honestly can't believe this video was recorded in a restaurant that was still open. And that's just what this ice machine looks like on the out.
That's when you sue that place. Cause that's bad, man. Like, at my job there's restaurants, right? Cause I work at a mall. There was one restaurant that had not like I don't know if the machines were like that because I never seen the machine, but the ice itself had something in it, some weird stuff in it, and it got people sick. And that's probably what that is, and that's bad. Like, if they didn't fix it, they would have got sued. And I don't believe they didn't get sued in the first fucking place. But you can sue them for that. That's hazard. That's health hazard right there. That's bad.
Inside. What's growing inside is even worse. Take a look at this and tell me if you would want this floating anywhere near your cold drink. You'd think the cubes would be absolutely disgusting and easy to spot, but look at this side. As there was much of a problem, or where it really came from. Number 3.
I love waking up now on Saturdays and being able to enjoy my family. We never have to.
This video of the Watts family goes from heartwarming to horrifying. When you hear the terrible backstory, Shannon Watts talks about how happy she is while her husband Chris sits on the other side of the room, his back turned. Chris doesn't say hello or even move during this part. His mannerisms are very stiff and distant.
Yeah,
he doesn't even seem to be looking at his kids.
Bella, say hi. Bella, say hi.
Sometime after this video was taken, Shannon and Chris got into a giant argument and he took her life. He gathered both of his daughters and took them along with his wife's body to his place of work while he buried his wife while they watched. Going back to the happy home video and listening to his children cry for their dad is sickening. You want to somehow save them, but there's nothing that you or anyone else can do.
And we're super excited. Bella, come here for a second, baby.
Sadly, after they were done witnessing the burial of their mother, Chris took their lives next. For this, he was sentenced to life behind bars without parole. Number 2. This man was a regular member of the community who one day simply snapped. You would never suspect that the man uttering these words is the same man who is a job counselor for younger teens. He appears to have no remorse and barely even cares. What he says in this video is a lie. He has not taken any lives yet, but he is about to. He drives up to an elderly man who is minding his own business. The calmness in his voice does not match what he is about to do next. He carries through with his promise and takes his life in broad daylight. Later, authorities find him, and he ends his own life as soon as they pull him over. He's gone now, but the steady and even tone of his voice while committing these acts is something I will...
See, he might have, he took, what did he do? Like, shit, I didn't even listen at all about that part. He's some kind of tutor for the kids or whatever. But you never know what's inside somebody. You never know, man. It could be, like, really bad or, inside of them they really want to either kill somebody or end their lives. Just never know. People have that in them, you just don't see it because they hide it. That's what he did.
Forget, before we get to number 1, my name is Chills, and if you're curious about what I release, then know back that generosity makes you a happier person. Subscribe button and the bell beside it, then thank you. Also, don't forget I upload a new video here on YouTube every Thursday and Saturday. Number 1, this next video is very difficult to watch, but important to see. Blake Courtney has recently lost his brother Cody, and he feels he can no longer deal with the situation on his own. On top of that, he also recently broke up with his girlfriend after a serious relationship. His 8.5-minute video starts off pretty normal, and it sounds like he is just letting off some steam, until you realize that these are the last words of a man who decided to take his own life. Pay attention to what he says, because if you hear anyone else say something like this around you, then maybe you can get them help. He says that he doesn't want to feel anything anymore, which is a major red flag.
I just don't want to feel like this anymore.
If you know anyone who strongly and overwhelmingly feels that their life has no purpose or direction for long periods of time without changing their minds,
I'm not doing anything with my life.
It could be another sign. Watching him say goodbye to his family makes this video incredibly saddening. But at the same time, his family posted this online in hopes that it will save someone else's child from saying these terrible words.
Mom, I just want to tell you I love you.
Thanks for always being my best friend.
If someone you care about is feeling this way, don't wait to talk to them about it and get them help. Ask them questions and let them know that they are not alone. It could make all the difference. And if you are feeling the same way as Blake did, then please know there is help available. I suggest befrienders.org because they are a non-profit who offer worldwide resources. These videos are scary enough to make...
No. Jeez. Alright. I clicked on the video on accident. But anyways. Man. It's supposed to be scary, not fucking tear up. But no, that last one, yeah, that's hurtful and sad. It really is sad, you know, and like you lose somebody that is close to you, definitely a brother, a sister, any family members, you know, it destroys you a little bit, you know, and you try your best to, you know, move on and live your life, but when someone like that was close and you were close, it's just, it kills you inside, you know, it sucks, it really does. But, you know, yeah, you gotta talk to somebody about that stuff. That's really bad. But anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I catch you.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that